The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the February 3rd, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Well, you can pick up the phone, but you really can't dial into me. Darn. What you can do is you can send me an email. Send that off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, inside our Tiger's Den. Well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get the show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We got most U.S. indices, all U.S. indices trading to the downside. Dow's off 167, S&P 47, NASDAQ 186, Russell's down 24, Trend is down 207, Semi's off 61, NASDAQ's down 223. You've got gold that's trading up $27. Silver's up 32 cents. Light sweet crude is up about 8 cents. Natural gas up 33 pennies. High-grade copper's up 2 cents. 30-year Treasury is up 1 full point. Print out 114. 90 out there, 114 should be about 28 out there. If we take a look at any kind of signals out here, we've talked about how light sweet crude and natural gas both form TD9 count bottom patterns on Monday. They complete those patterns today. The one for natural gas, the one that's on our screen right now, you can see that price gapped up. It is traded above its green oscillator and change line. That tells us that it should go target, as long as it remains above 334, should go target $3.45, the top of its profile, or above that, it's TD9 count breakdown area. That's at $3.58. The weekly chart shows that price, it's got a TD9 count top, price traded above profile resistance, trading inside the swing point, bar number 8 of that TD9 count pattern. So that's a bullish signal out there. And I don't see an intraday topping signal for its 30-minute time frame. This rally should continue. Light sweet crude is a different message out there. If we take a look at light sweet crude, did rally earlier, gave back those gains. We'll see this here momentarily. But it still has a TD9 count bottom. That pattern completes today, bar number 9 forming on Friday. Now, if price closes below whatever the low is of the pattern, whether it's yesterday's low or today's low, depends on the lower of the two out there. If price closes below that low, that tells us about a move back to its breakout area at 68.94. It tested and thus far has rejected its oscillator and change line. Right now, because it's green, it's somewhat neutral out there. On a weekly basis, we can see that price is testing support at 71.95. That's its oscillator and change line. Here we have a new profile formed above prior profile, so it's a bullish profile from a standpoint of how it has, where it formed. It has a slightly bullish structured profile. Buy zone between 69.25 and 71.94. Resistance at 78.12. What else do we want to look at out here? You've got the XLP. Did that have a TD9 count bottom out here? Let's go find out. I don't think so. I think that's just a bad reading that Stevie grabbed out there. We'll let this populate. Yeah, so we're not going to worry about that. You do have the energy sector that is going to go ahead and confirm, or likely confirm, a TD9 count bottom pattern today. Let's take a look at that. Bar number 9 should show up on your screen here momentarily. Now, the bottom can come in tomorrow. The first rally should take us up towards resistance. That should be 89.19 to 89.76. That's coming off your daily time frame chart. Monthly chart really shows a longer-term sideways consolidation in Light Sweet Crew with 82.41 or thereabouts being the bottom of that consolidation. The 30-minute chart has formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. It's signaling to you and I that it wants to rally further out there. What else can we see out here with any kind of signals worth paying attention to? Nothing that I see at this stage here. So let's move off of those charts, and let's go take a look at what do we want? Let's go look at the intraday charts here for the equity futures. So let's start with whatever pops up on my screen, the ES Mini. ES Mini, last night it gaps down, forms a TD9 count bottom pattern. Did that right at 6:30 last evening. Now, that pattern got negated. It was negated for a half an hour. It was negated at $2,200. Then you got a bullish hammer candle at $2,230. And ever since then, we've seen a rally. Was there another bottom signal here on the ES? Other than testing and rejecting, no, it didn't even get down there. Testing, rejecting the bottom of profile on a daily time frame out there. So where's the next level of resistance? I'd say we're sort of there, 60.33, 60.34, thereabouts. That's the 4-hour oscillator and change line. If price can get above that, you've got resistance at 60.41. Above that, 60.48. So those are your resistance levels on the way to the upside. No topping signals that I see on those intraday charts. Let's go figure out what the NQ is doing here. When it gapped down last night for its 30-minute time frame, this much I know to be true. It formed bar number 9, as did all 4 of the equity future contracts. In the case of the NQ, that's been the bottom. That's been the low of the pattern. So it forms a TD9 count at its open and then basically rallies since then. Now we're looking for any kind of topping signals. Where is resistance? So resistance here is both the 4-hour and the 5-hour oscillator and change line. We're trading slightly above it on the 4-hour, so it's really the 5-hour. And the 5-hour right now print is at 21,457 or thereabouts. If price can clear that level, we ought to see the rally continue. The continuance ought to take us up towards, really just the buy zone on the daily time frame. So we're between 21,420 and 21,535. This is the point in time where you start to get, maybe you just put your seatbelts on inside of the NQ. Let's go take a look at the Dow equity future contract. The Dow, see what this is doing here. The Dow is the one that does not have a set of profiles, yet a new set of profiles for its daily time frame. The only thing holding it for support, and we'll see that, is that green oscillator and change line. Well, I take that back. The Dow does have a profile, 44,374. What was Stevie thinking? So that's so profile support is held inside the Dow. The oscillator and change line is held as well. Resistance right now, I'd have to say, is the 5-hour. Nope. Resistance would be resistance 44,650 to 44,800. That's the resistance level for the Dow equity future contract. Had a nice TD9 count bottom for its 2-hour time frame chart. As I said, and that is now traded above profile resistance at 44,540. So the Dow is strong like bull. It's inside its gap that formed last night. Out here, that gap will be closed as price gets up to 44,722 out there. So rally ho with inside the Dow equity future contract. We get back to this break. Let's start taking a look at some requests. NVIDIA, GDX, Corn, Avgo, Broadcom, CLS, RGTI. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we get into the requests out here. The first one coming in from Eddie would like to take a look at NVIDIA. So one of the nice things about the TD9 count pattern, and you should really want to learn that pattern out there, is that it offers us both signals of a potential top or bottom, such as in NVIDIA. The weekly time frame has got a TD9 count top. The monthly time frame has got a TD9 count top out there. But it also provides us with breakout support levels, objective levels of where price found support, where price broke out from. And in the case of the weekly time frame, that's at 114.86. And that's the area that was tested this morning. So far, that has been rejected. Now, it's not lost if the 114.86 level fails at week's end, because there is profile support at 104.33. That's the real key number. There's two, 114.86. The second is 104.33. Now, what we know about NVIDIA is NVIDIA had a consolidation pattern that it broke through with a gigantic gap to the downside. And typically, when you break out a consolidation, it provides you a measured move equal to or greater than the consolidation pattern. Longer term, at this moment in time, NVIDIA could be signaling to and it wants to make its way back to the 103 level. It turns out at 103.43 on a week daily time frame is the TD9 count breakout level. So if 104.33 fails, you're looking at likely getting down to 103.43. If this holds, well, then support is held. And as long as support holds, then you could rally to where? Well, easily rally up towards the top of the consolidation in the 128-ish type zone out there. So that is a possibility. On a monthly time frame, the real key level, I would say here for NVIDIA, is a brand new profile that forms. So February's generated a new profile. That new profile would have support at 109.42. And you get below 109.42, and we'll have to come back. Well, that certainly at 103.43 level will stick out. So NVIDIA right now, testing very key levels of support. The weekly breakout, 114.86. And then below that, you've got that now that we can see at the monthly support level, profile support level, 109.42. This is 2 months to the downside so far inside of NVIDIA. We've seen 3 months to the downside once since, Lord, how far back do we have to go for that? Looks like since 2018. Only once since 2018, and that was in 2022 out there. So, odds favor if NVIDIA is going to stay in the graces of the bulls out there, that you won't see a third month to the downside. That's what's going on in NVIDIA, Eddie. Let's go take a look at the GDX for YOY inside the Tiger's Den. The GDX right now trading out at 39.74, having a nice day. No topping signals other than we're in wave number 7 on the daily time frame. That needs a lower high to confirm that pattern. If we get that, then price should pull back to support. There are no new profiles out here, so support would be its daily oscillator and change line at 37.89. On a weekly time frame, price is traded above, closed above last week. Profile resistance, a second consecutive close above that this week is a profile change in trend signal. That would tell us that price ought to rally up towards the top of its monthly profile. And the monthly profile is at 40.47. Now, we closed inside the monthly swing point from October 2024. Last month, obviously on Friday, the volume on that swing was 453 million shares, and last week was a 344. So you're trading inside that swing point with lighter volume. What does that mean? It means you could find real significant resistance up at the 40.47 level out there. So that's what I see. Why? Oh, why? When we take a look at the GDX for its daily and its weekly time frame. Well, monthly as well. John inside the Tiger's Den would like to take a look at both the March of 2025 and the December of 2025 corn contract. And corn formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It did that 2 days ago. This morning was a test of support, and that support being the bottom of its profile, 475.38. So the work to the downside has been done at this stage. The only way it's not done is if price were to close below 475.38. So we have right now price testing its oscillator and change line. That happens to also be the top of its profile, and that's at the price point of 490.25. That's also 490.70 is the green oscillator and change line. If price could close above that green oscillator and change line, John, then I'd say we're back up to test that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. On a weekly time frame, we've got a TD9 count pattern that is likely to form this week. The way that it will form is if price is able to close above the close of bar number 5, and that closes 470.50. We're at 489.25 right now. That's what I see when I take the daily and the weekly time frames for the March contract for corn. Let's go take a look at December, see what December's contracts are communicating to you and I. On a daily time frame, what I have out there is a wave number 7 top. That wave number 7 top took price back into its buy zone. It's a daily bullish structured profile. Support is between the range of 454.48 and 457.63. Price is traded above the top of its profile and its green oscillator and change line. This contract wants to rally further. Now, if you can take out that wave number 7 top, which it's trading into, it's a swing point from January 29th. Volume there, 39,000 contracts. So far today, we're at 34,000 contracts. You're pushing with volume into a swing point. Very likely to test, maybe even take out that high, 467.25. The weekly chart is in agreement with taking out the high. Why? Because it's traded above, closed above for the last 2 consecutive weeks. It's profile resistance, a profile change in trend. Now, if price takes out last week's high just ticks above it, is 467.25. That would signal that a weekly TD9 count top could form between this week and the next 2. Well, if it's going to form this week, you'd see some type of topping pattern on the daily time frame. Instead of seeing that, looks to me like price wants to rally, perhaps blow through that wave number 7 swing point and to continue its move higher out there. So that's both the December and the March contracts for corn out there. John, I hope that helps you out. If there's any additional information you were looking for, please let me know. Duncan Steve inside the Tiger's Den would like to go take a look at Broadcom. Broadcom trading out at 219.98 and trading with inside its profile. Now, this is a bear structured profile, Steve, and price is trading with inside the sell zone. The sell zone is between 212.24 and 222.91. Support is down at 201.57 out there. On a still has that open gap out there. That's open, but the weekly chart continues to find support at the bottom of its profile. So 214.14, we know on a closing basis from a weekly perspective, is a very key level of support out there. Right now, nothing more than a consolidation between support at 214.14 and resistance up at 215.88. And finally, on the monthly time frame chart, it is a bullish chart out there. Looks like it wants to continue to move higher. So it's really about the daily chart right now. And again, just a resistance at 222.91. followed by 228 and change. Right now it's 222.88 out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at Broadcom. The dude inside the Tiger's Den wanted to take a look at ticker symbol CLS out there. So let's close out this portion of the show with CLS, which is consolidating with inside its daily profile. It's got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Consolidation zone is between 90.63 at support and 126.72 as resistance. A weekly TD9 count pattern completed last week. Price finding support at the bottom of its profile, 90.87. Trade above its green oscillator change line. It's going to make an attempt to take out and negate that TD9 count top. It just needs to close on Friday, but 133.66 out there. And finally, on the monthly chart, I do not see any kind of a topping pattern. So you just got to take out the actual high that you need to take out here would really be from January 22nd, 131.23 to tell you CLS is headed north. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, and now it seems like we may be traversing back to all-time highs. In short, this market has been a whiplash and requires constant pivoting. Where does the market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 4 hours of live trading. Larry's been through many markets just like this one, and his insights are invaluable. The next event is this Friday, January 24th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. If you subscribe today, you'll also be able to attend his session February 8th. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the daily, weekly, monthly charts for ticker symbol RGTI. I don't know what that is. I don't need to know what it is. If we start with the monthly and the weekly charts, they're basically bullish out there. The monthly chart, you're trading above breakout, TD knockout breakdown resistance. You're trading above profile out there on a weekly basis. You're doing the same thing. So it looks like this does want to continue to move higher. The issue is the daily time frame. And the issue on the daily time frame, as we can see out here, Duncan, is that oscillator and change line. That's currently measuring at 1397. We've seen a sideways move. Now, if price could close above that level, then you'd have a bullish signal, and that would suggest that price should go fill the gap, maybe go target its TD9 count top out there. With price trading below it, it tells us it's lost its momentum. We've seen that sideways move ever since price has gotten down below that level. Should it decide to move lower, it's trading above support, which would be old resistance, that being the top of its week daily profile, 1059. So the weekly, all out bullish, the monthly is bullish, and the daily is kind of, it's in that zone where it's not clear which direction it wants to take. We know we've got the defense sitting at 1397. We got the offense sitting at 1059, so to speak, out there. So hope that helps you out, Duncan. As always, thanks for your request. ELO wants to take a look at OKLO out there. So let's take a look at Oklahoma, which is trading today at 43.85. It's above the top of its daily profile, above its green oscillator and change line. We can say that about the weekly and the monthly chart. OKLO wants to continue to move higher out there. Now, if it were to generate a bearish reversal candle, then we would have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. If we do get to new highs out there, still only wave number 6 to the upside that I see out here. So OKLO looks mighty fine out here, and trading into a swing point from on Friday that had volume of 26 million shares. You're into it with 17 million shares. Price is pushing higher with volume. ELO. This is headed to the north up there, headed higher. Let's take a look at VGZ. This is for Gray Rock inside the Tiger's Den. Gray VGZ is trading out at 63 pennies right now. Let's look at it on a monthly chart first. What you got is a consolidation. The rally on Friday took us up right into the top of its monthly profile resistance level at 68 pennies out there. Did the same thing last month out there. So we know 68 cents on a monthly basis, strong level of resistance. We also know that 49 cents is a strong level of support, the bottom of its monthly profile. Now to the weekly, where we have a consolidation. Consolidation range between profiles is 53 cents at support, 72 cents at resistance out there. Finally, when we take a look at the daily time frame out here, what do we have? Well, you could actually get a sell the D point top today if this were to be a bearish shooting star candle. I don't know what it's going to look like at day's end. What we do know is price is back inside its profile grade. Top of the profile being 64 cents. We're only at 63. And the bottom of the profile, or the buy zone, is between 60 and 61 cents out there. So that's what it's doing on a daily, a weekly, and a monthly time frame. I hope that analysis assisted you with your interest in VGZ. We have a question to take a look at TVGN. There we go. Sorry, I was a little kind of thrown off guard there. TVGN nope. What did I do with that one? Well, Dan, we're going to go with SMCI for the moment. We'll get back to TVGN. With regard to SMCI, you are in wave number 7 today. It needs a higher low tomorrow to confirm that pattern. You're trading below profile. So your resistance level right now is at $20, $28. That's the bottom of the profile. Above that, it's about $29.06. On a weekly time frame, price is trading with inside its profile below its red oscillator and change line. That's an indication to us, Dan, not was Dan, this is Joe, who is long, that price might want to get down to the 2059 level. And finally, we take a look at the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame, you've got price that is trading below profile support. If I can pull this back, no, I take that back. It's trading with inside its profile. Profile support is at 25.67. What is the low of today? 25.71. So there you go. What you don't really want to see this thing do is close below today's low, certainly below 25.67. If you do, it would be signaling lower price. The first lower price level would be 20.59 out there. Let me open up the daily, see if there's anything else that Stevie can see here. You know, I see an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That has formed or is forming. Question is, where do we go with this one? That'd go right here. That's your A point. Let me just move this over to the B point out there. Nowhere near close to completing that 1-to-1 A to B equals CD pattern. Now, I had used this as our swing point. Volume there, 24 million shares, and it was passed with 35 million shares. So SMCI has a to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That's suggesting that it gets back to its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom from back around the November 15th, 16th time frame out there. So that's the pattern that is in play, and it'll remain in play unless price closes above the top of its profile, 29.55. So hope that helps you out there, Joe. Let's put up TVGN now. Stevie overlooked that. This is for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. This has been a little bit of a rocket ship. I believe it has been. Let's see what it's doing today. Today it is trading above the top of its daily profile, bullish. I take that back. It's trading above the top of it, the center. It's trading above the center of its profile out there. Jeez Louise. That's day number 2 and above its green oscillator and change line. Dan, this increases the odds of a move up to resistance, which would be the top of its profile, 192. So Stevie's going with the call here. The technical chart pattern setup is that price should rally up towards 192. What's the weekly chart tell us? Weekly chart has a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, price trading with inside profile. Its next profile level of resistance would be 2.25. So 192 seems very likely. And finally, on a monthly time frame, you are consolidating with inside its profile, and that range is between $1.08 to $4.38 out there. So that's what's going on with TBGN. Looks like it is in rally mode. The next request coming in from Dude is for ALLR. ALLR. Let me check my phone again, see if there were any email requests that have come in since. Let's look. Yeah, there was one. XPEV. Okay, so ALLR. Trading right now at $1.19. Was testing profile support at $1.08 this morning, and so far that is held. It's trading above its oscillator and change line. Should it rally further? I don't have an indication one way or another at this stage here, but should it rally further, 138 would be the next resistance level, between 138 and 159, to be honest. And I'm always honest. I don't know what's going on with my daily and weekly charts for ALLR. So I can't really help you there, which I could, but what I can do is a request was also to take a look at LTBR. So let's put that up on our screen out there, LTBR. And LTBR, let's do this when we get back from this break. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. LTBR is a ticker symbol that we are looking at right now. This is trading out at $9. It's trading with inside its set of daily profiles between the range of 565 at support, 992 as resistance out there. You're trading into Friday's swing point, so to speak, 5 million shares there. We're up with 2 million in 2 hours' time, so you continue to push higher with volume. The weekly chart is also a consolidation with inside its profiles, 473 at support, 1065 at resistance. So looks like it wants to go target 992 again. If it could take out 992, that could get you up to 1065. I don't see anything on the monthly time frame at this stage of the game to keep you from moving higher out there. So just a consolidation of the daily and the weekly. Monthly is really weighted on the daily and the weekly to get its act together. This will be 30 days up in a row, it looks like, potentially 3 days up in a row in the daily time frame. It's done as many as 6 in a row recently. It's going to be potentially the 3rd week up on a weekly time frame, and maybe it's going to be month number 2. Right now, it does look like it wants to rally up towards resist up at 992. So, dude, I hope that helps you out, and thanks for your request. Rose writes in, and Rose would like to take a ticker symbol, GRAB. So let's go grab and see what we're doing out here. We are consolidating inside its daily profile. Daily profile support, 441, resists up at 460. What do we see out here? What do we see out here? Come back to the daily. On a monthly time frame, we have a new profile formed last month below price. That is a bullish signal. It doesn't mean that price won't pull back and test support. If it were, it would find support or could find support at 408. On a weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, I'd like to open this up. See what we've got going on here. So not really an A to B equals CD pattern or anything like that to the upside. Just a long-term consolidation. Looks like it was a measured move of the consolidation out there. But what we've got really just going on right now here, Rose, is nothing more than a consolidation with inside its profile. 419 at support, 555 is resistance, but recently that oscillator and change line has become a real resistance level on a rally, currently priced at 478. It would be a close above that green oscillator and change line that would then tell you price is ready to take on the battle at 504, followed by a battle at 555. On a daily time frame, you have a consolidation with inside its profile. There is an A to B equals CD pattern out here. Let's take a look at it. Which one did you want to draw in? So, you can see the A to B. It's a small one. So this would be like about a 1 to 2 A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It has been confirmed with a bull separation candle, and that was really at the bottom of support. So the key level there is going to be 440. If price were to close below 440, you'd likely get back to 405 out there. So how are we going to sum this up? You just got to You got to buy the D-point bottom, consolidation with inside daily profile. Same on the weekly, consolidation with inside its profile, but that 478 area being your key level of resistance. So, Rose, nice to hear from you. Thank you for your request. Let's go on and take a look at XPEV for GTE in the Tiger's Den. And this thing's got some mojo. This week, if it can close above the high from the week of November 15th, the high, 1568. We're trading at 1605. And if we can do with more than 84 million shares, you'll confirm A to B equals CD pattern to the upside that ought to take you back to its all-time highs. Maybe even, let me pull this back out here, see if it was the all-time high. No, it won't take you back to the all-time highs, but it'll take you back to a TD9 count top, not even close to your all-time highs. But you are forming, or appear to be forming, a weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Now, on a daily time frame, a close today above, forget it. You do not have any kind of a topping signal or pattern on the daily time frame. You have price trading above profile resistance and its green oscillator and change line. It is simply strong like bull. So it does look like the Stevie, what price wants to do is go target 1825. 1825 is the weekly TD9 count breakdown resistance level. If it can clear that level, it ought to go target the area at around $20 and change. That would be in a weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So that's what we're looking at when we take a look at XPEV. Now, I believe I have been able to get through each and every request out there. I don't see anything in my email system as well. If I've overlooked something in the den, if you'd be kind enough to let me know, punch it in and we'll get to it. In the meantime, Stevie will just surf around a tad. So we'll go back to this 4-core screen out here. See what is going on inside. Let's take a look at the cash indices, see what we see out here. Give me a moment. We'll get those daily time frame charts up on our screen, see what levels of support are being tested. Well, in the Dow, it was that green oscillator and change line. 337 is the number to have on your pad of paper. A close below that could suggest a move to 42,927. The S&P 500 looks more like a sideways consolidation than anything else. The NASDAQ 100, the same type of thing. Both are trading below, as is the Russell 2000, below its oscillator and change line out there. In the case of the semis, the key level, I would say, of support. Basically, this swing point for back on November the 27th out there was tested and rejected twice with volume last week. We're trading into that swing point as we speak right now. So the semi is just kind of more of a sideways-oriented move. The transports, interestingly enough, had formed a TD9 count topping pattern. Did it early in the week last week, and today price tested and rejected its breakout level of support. That's at the 15,785 mark out there. The NASDAQ Composite also a sideways move. New York Stock Exchange looking bullish with price trading above that 19,856 level. So that's what's going on with regard to cash indices. How about the currency pairs out here? Currency pairs show that the euro is traded, tested, and rejected. Its Rhodes meant to indicate the swing point from January 13th. The following day went ahead and confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern. The top of that swing point was 1.025. As long as that level holds, we could see a rally up into its oscillator and change line at 103.49. The yen has an A to B equals CD pattern to downside. Says it wants to get stronger. The dollar would get weaker. If the euro is rallying, the yen is getting stronger. The dollar is getting weaker. In the case of the so the yen does not have any kind of bottom signal as we speak. In the case of the Great British Pound, which did not have a topping pattern, unlike the euro, which did. The euro had a TD9 count top. In the case of the Great British Pound, no top out there, but price pulled back and so far has tested and rejected oscillator and change line support. And lastly, if we take a look at the March contract for Bitcoin, traded out at $100,430. It is trading above the top of its bullish structured daily profile. Price this morning pulled back, tested, and rejected the bottom of its profile at 95,791. That's what's going on in the currency world out there. Somebody wrote in, Paul wrote in SR SLS. So I'm going to guess SR was not referring to SR, me? You're referring to the, or is it? Maybe it is. Let's go SLS out here. Let's type in SLS because I'm not sure what the SR is. I know there's an SMR, but I didn't know there was maybe there's an SR. But let's try to type in SLS, see what we get out here on our screen. If anything, Come on, populate. You got SLS trading out at $1.51. Needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Can't get those other two time frame charts here to on a weekly time frame. Well, we'll finish. Take a look at SLS. We come back from this break.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey. Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back. So on ticker symbol SLS, you could easily get a bearish reversal candle. You could get a dark cloud cover candle today. So watch this close. If you do get a bearish reversal candle, price should pull back to test support. That would be between 119 and $126 as we look right now. On a weekly time frame, as we pulled this back, this thing has been trading sideways to lower really ever since the trading day of July 14th back in 2023 out there. So, you're right up against that area where it tends to find resistance out here, and you're getting that potential signal on the daily time frame. So that's what I've got for you there. If we take a quick peek at the daily equity future contract, just to kind of summarize where we're at. Let's start from left to right. The ES Mini testing its swing point low from January 27th, testing and rejecting that, testing the bottom of its profile, no damage done here. A close below 59.36 would suggest otherwise. The NQ testing the top of its swing point for back on January 13th. Trying to get back inside its profile, sell zone, which is between the level of its consolidation pattern inside its profile, 21,415, 21,535. The Dow testing profile support and its green oscillator and change line. That is held out there. Its next level of resistance, the upside, 44,740, and then 45,227. The Russell 2000 testing the top of its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bullish hammer swing point from January 13th out there. It is back inside its profile, 2265. So there's been nothing broken this morning with regard to the way the market has responded to the Trump tariff trade out there. But here's one thing we do know. This gentleman loves tariffs out there. And if he's not careful, well, he's going to turn what could be a good worldwide economy into just a dumper out there. So, and I really think that's what the markets are signaling to you and I. So we'll keep an eye on our tariffs. It's pretty hard to figure out what he is or what he isn't going to do out there, whether it's negotiation or not. But boy, markets are telling you they don't really like him that well. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. I'll see you this afternoon with Jacob, and then tomorrow morning I record my show from 8 to 9 a.m. So please join me early. I'll try to make it as pertinent for this 11 to 12 slot as I possibly can. Take care and have a magical Monday.